Last track in the album. Let's go. Rivers of Sorrow, or River of Sorrows. I have the lyrics on my other screen here as well. Oh, we're definitely detouring away from the brutality of...
Help me get out of it. I can't keep my head up. Oh, please tell me, how do you
Oh, fuck.
I'm drowning in this river?
Jesus, that is some intense imagery right there. Oh, fucking hell, man. I wasn't expecting this.
It's hard to take, it's hard to break. For you I'm a pawn to sacrifice. Try to make amends, I've tried to pretend, yet somehow it always creeps back in. Feels like yesterday when I heard you say I'm yours to devour till my last breath. Help me get out of it. I can't keep my head on. Please tell me, how do you feel? I'm drowning in this river.
He's got a bit of a grit to his voice that's reminding me, in this song only, because it's not been the case for the rest of the album, of Ben from Breaking Benjamin a little bit.
Fucking best to get over it, but there's not a single day I spent without caring more about how you feel about me than I feel about you before I realize what's happened to what went from my head that reached up and up to getting out from you. Help me get out of it. I can't keep my head on. Please tell me, how do you feel? I'm drowning in this river. Help me get out of it, 'cause I can't keep my head above the water. Please tell me, how do you feel? 'Cause I'm drowning in this river that's filled with my sorrow.
Wow. Whew. This is a beautiful song. I was not expecting this to end the album. Oh man, oh man. That was a heavy hitter, wasn't it? That was a heavy hitter. The first thing that comes to mind when I experience the emotions of this track is I just rush back to when I listened to Alpha Wolf's A Quiet Place to Die album. I don't know what it was about that. Well, I do know what it was about that album, and I discussed it in that album reaction, where I think having an emotional track at the very end of an album that is so brutal and is so balls to the wall for the entire album, it kind of catches you a little bit off guard, and then it's like a realization sets in, and you realize, okay, all this anger wasn't for nothing. It wasn't because of no reason. There's actually like an emotional reason behind it. Obviously the lyrical content, I'm sure, you know, hints towards that. But when you get this like culmination at the very end of an album that is so emotional, it kind of just hits you a little bit harder, you know. And it was very much the same with A Quiet Place to Die by Alpha Wolf. That album was brutal and it was non-stop, and there was so many like emotions felt from like a, I guess, a more positive emotion, you know, where it was like jumping around, oh my god, this riff is so good, this breakdown is so good. And then the emotion like creeps in and you can really hear it in the vocals. That was beautiful. I kind of touched on in the last track how I don't know how much I love the clean vocals from Paleface, because I associate this band from like their Fear and Dagger album, which was the only album I'd heard from them prior, as being this band that I go to for like gym tracks, brutality. Like all I want from this band is just to just punch me around and like really set me up with loads of energy. But then when the choruses come in and it feels like more of an attempt to be like an arena style track, it almost like takes away from that a little bit. However, kind of take all that back, because they did a really good job of selling the emotion in this, and this makes perfect sense as why it's a single. So that was Rivers of Sorrow, man. And Jesus Christ, that was, I didn't expect to get emotional, but you know, how could you not when the melodies are so nice like that and they just complement the video so well, and it's obviously like a very heavy topic, you know, from a visual standpoint. So yeah, man, great way to end the album. Fantastic fucking album, to be honest. I didn't really know what to expect going in. I'd seen some mixed reviews on it, and that was really, really good. I think the length of the album really served it well. Their last album was so brutal and it was like an hour and 9 minutes long, which is just, in my opinion, too much. This feels like the perfect runtime for something as aggressive, but also it feels like it flows well. Like it starts really heavy and like really eerie and aggressive, and then flows and flows and flows into this like beautiful like crescendo moment that we just listened to there. So unbelievable track. Definitely one of the better tracks that we're probably going to hear, and one of the more emotional tracks that we'll hear in 2025. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Leave a like in the video. That's all from me. See you in the next one. Cheers.